Lawyers, what's the most absurd case that worked? Story 1. The Bride with a Scissor and a Conspiracy. Picture a lush garden wedding, all roses and fairy lights, where guests are sipping Prosecco and expecting romance. But the bride's got other plans. She's rolling in with a wheeled suitcase and a twitchy vibe, ready to turn this day into a conspiracy theory TED Talk. She's not just saying, "I do," she's defending her love story from alien thieves and the Illuminati. She storms the altar, suitcase in tow, and unzips it to reveal a stack of handwritten vows. Thousands of pages about how the city council cursed her with bad luck and aliens stole her ring design. She's waving half a scissor, yes, just one blade, like it's Exhibit A, ranting about the local newspaper plotting to publish her vows without consent. The groom's frozen, the officiant's eyeing the exit, and guests are whispering, "Is this performance art?" The planner tries to steer her to the vows, and they have a bizarrely calm chat about copyright law. She's worried her love story's gonna get stolen. The planner, thinking fast, suggests she email the vows to herself for proof of authorship. She nods, thanks them, and leaves the scissor on the table like a tip. The first shift comes when the groom, mid-reception, admits he knew about her theories but thought it was cute. The crowd's torn between pity and awe. The second shift hits when she joins the dance floor, twirling like she's free from her demons, making everyone wonder if she's just eccentric, not unhinged. The night ends with cake and confusion, nobody mentioning the scissor. You leave thinking, that was bonkers. The drama was cosmic, and yeah, the Prosecco was pretty damn good. Story 2. The Groom Who Patented Love. Imagine a sleek rooftop wedding, all skyline views and craft cocktails, where the vibe's supposed to be chic. But the groom's got a wild card. He's convinced aliens gave him the blueprint for the perfect wedding, and he wants to patent it. This isn't a ceremony, it's an intergalactic IP battle. He's at the head table, sketching the wedding layout on a napkin, muttering about alien tech behind the open bar setup. His speech is a pitch. "This day's a masterpiece, designed by extraterrestrials, and I'm locking it down." Guests are chuckling, thinking it's a bit, but the planner's sweating, knowing he's serious. He corners her, demanding she file a patent for the iWedding 3.0, claiming aliens beamed it to him. She deadpans, "If aliens designed it, they need to file, not you." The groom's stunned, like she just cracked his worldview. The first shift comes when his best man reveals he's been humoring this alien obsession since college, making it more sad than absurd. The crowd softens, and the bride laughs it off. The second shift hits when he dedicates the first dance to cosmic love, turning his delusion into a quirky moment. The night ends with toasts and starlight, nobody mentioning the patent. You leave thinking, that was out there. The drama was sci-fi, and yeah, the cocktails were pretty damn good. Story 3. The Ex Who Sued for the Ring Bearer. This wedding's in a cozy barn, all hay bales and mason jars, where guests are sipping cider and feeling the love. But the groom's ex-girlfriend's got a vendetta, and she's crashing the day with a lawsuit over their shared cats and the ring bearer role. It's not a ceremony, it's a custody battle with fur. She doesn't show up, but her lawyer sends a letter mid-reception demanding custody of the cats, who, spoiler, aren't even service animals, and $500,000 for emotional damages because they didn't get to walk down the aisle. The groom's livid, the bride's confused, and guests are whispering, "Who sues over cats?" The planner tries to keep the vibe light, but the ex's claim that the cats were integral to the wedding's emotional value is pure chaos. The judge, via a rushed court call, tosses the $500,000, but grants joint custody, meaning the cats shuttle between houses. The groom, fed up, gives her the cats to cut ties. The first shift comes when the bride reveals the ex neglected the cats, making her lawsuit a jealous power move. The crowd's team groom now. The second shift hits when the ring bearer, a dog, steals the show, proving pets don't need drama. The night ends with dancing and cider, nobody mentioning the cat saga. You leave thinking, that was petty, the drama was feral, and yeah, the cider was pretty damn good. Story 4. The Grandpa Who Stole a Sandwich. The venue's a quaint village hall, all checkered tablecloths and potluck vibes, where guests are digging into casseroles and toasting the couple. But the bride's grandpa, a 70-year-old with no record of trouble, gets hauled into the wedding planner's court for stealing a sandwich from the buffet. This isn't a celebration, it's a shoplifting scandal. He's caught mid-ceremony, politely munching a turkey club he swears he paid for. The caterer's furious, claiming he stole it, and the planner's stuck playing judge. Grandpa's terrified, looking like he's facing a life sentence, not a scolding. The planner, who's got a soft spot for old-timers, digs into the case and finds out the caterer overreacted. Grandpa thought the buffet was all you can eat. She withdraws the charges, tells him to enjoy the day, and sends the caterer packing with a glare. The first shift comes when Grandpa admits he was nervous about giving a toast and grabbed the sandwich to calm his nerves. The crowd's charmed, and the bride hugs him. The second shift hits when he nails his speech, proving he's a hero, not a thief. The night ends with casseroles and cheers, nobody mentioning the sandwich heist. You leave thinking, that was absurd, the drama was wholesome, and yeah, the food was pretty damn good. Story 5. The Groom Chasing Stew. Picture a beachside wedding, all sand and sunset glow, where guests are barefoot and sipping mojitos. The groom's got a bone to pick, though. He's convinced someone named Stu is sabotaging his wedding budget, and he's ready to sue. This isn't a love story, it's a wild goose chase. He's ranting to the planner, claiming Stu stole his catering funds. No last name, no face, just Stu. He pulls out his budget receipts, pointing to deductions labeled SCU. The planner, barely keeping a straight face, asks, "You got kids?" He nods, confused. "That's the support collection unit, not Stu," she says. He blinks, then doubles down, insisting they find Stu and sue for wedding damages. Guests overhear, chuckling as he storms off to investigate. The first shift comes when his best friend reveals he's been dodging child support drama for years, making his Stu hunt a sad deflection. The crowd's sympathetic. The second shift hits when he apologizes to the bride during the toasts, turning his obsession into a laugh. The night ends with dancing and waves, nobody mentioning Stu. You leave thinking, that was delusional. The drama was tragicomic. And yeah, the mojitos were pretty damn good. Story 6. The Couple Who Burned the Venue. This wedding's at a rustic lodge, all wood beams and cozy vibes, where guests are sipping whiskey and expecting charm. But the couple's got a scheme. They filmed a venue tour video, and the next day, the place mysteriously catches fire. This isn't a marriage, it's an insurance scam gone wrong. The planner smells trouble when they hand her a USB with a suspiciously detailed video of every table setting and chandelier. During the reception, they're overly chill about a flickering candle, even as it singes a curtain. The fire breaks out post-cake, and everyone evacuates. The couple's already talking payouts, but the planner's onto them. She knows they checked their fire insurance yesterday. Guests are whispering, "Did they plan this?" as sirens wail. The first shift comes when the groom's sister admits they're drowning in debt, making the fire less evil, more desperate. The crowd's torn. The second shift hits when the planner saves their wedding album from the blaze, earning their gratitude despite the scam. The night ends with chaos and whiskey, nobody mentioning the arson vibes. You leave thinking, that was reckless, the drama was fiery, and yeah, the drinks were pretty damn good.
Story 7. The planner who foiled the fire. The same lodge wedding, but now the planner's the hero, sniffing out the couple's fire scam before it goes too far. She's seen too many accidents to buy their innocent act, and she's ready to play detective at this whiskey-soaked reception. She's eyeing their venue tour video, noting how they lingered on the pricey decor. Her speech is a veiled warning. Let's keep this day safe, not like some folks who think they can cash out on chaos. The couple squirms, but guests think it's just planner banter. When a candle tips over, she's there with a fire extinguisher, shutting it down before it spreads. The couple's fuming, their plan toast, literally. The first shift comes when she learns the bride's mom pushed them into the scam, making them pawns, not masterminds. The crowd's conflicted. The second shift hits when the couple thanks her for saving the day, unaware she's reporting them to the venue's insurer. The night ends with dancing and near disaster, nobody mentioning the fire. You leave thinking, that was sneaky, the drama was sizzling, and yeah, the whiskey was pretty damn good. Story 8. The mom who sued the caterer. This wedding's at a suburban banquet hall, all glitz and overdone centerpieces, where guests are sipping Chardonnay and expecting elegance. But the groom's mom's got a grudge. She's ready to sue the caterer because her son got attacked by their staff. Spoiler, he was trying to steal the liquor. She's at the head table, ranting about assault during the toasts, claiming the caterers beat her son for sampling the bar. The planner's horrified, digging into the story, and finds out the son was caught sneaking vodka bottles out the back door. Guests are whispering, "Is she serious?" as she demands a lawsuit for emotional distress. The caterer's ready to call the cops, but the planner calms everyone down, keeping the reception from imploding. The first shift comes when the son admits he was drunk and thought it was funny, making mom's outrage misguided. The crowd's amused. The second shift hits when she softens, toasting the couple with a teary apology, winning some hearts back. The night ends with dancing and drama, nobody mentioning the heist. You leave thinking, that was nuts, the drama was boozy, and yeah, the Chardonnay was pretty damn good.
Story 9. The groom in the wrong shirt. Picture a community center wedding, all folding chairs and potluck vibes, where guests are digging into mac and cheese and feeling the love. But the groom's got a problem. He's accused of stealing a yellow FUBU shirt from the venue's Lost and Found, and he's wearing it to the ceremony. This isn't a vow exchange, it's a fashion crime scene. He struts down the aisle in the bright yellow shirt, oblivious to the planner's panic. She's dealing with the venue manager, who's threatening to call security over the theft. The groom swears it's his, but the tag says, property of venue. Guests are snickering, and the bride's mortified. The planner begs the manager for a plea deal, community service for the groom, like cleaning up post-reception. He takes it, saving the day. The first shift comes when he admits he grabbed the shirt because his tux didn't fit, making it a panic move, not a crime. The crowd's sympathetic. The second shift hits when he rocks the shirt on the dance floor, turning it into a meme-worthy moment. The night ends with laughter and cheese, nobody mentioning the theft. You leave thinking, that was ridiculous, the drama was bright, and yeah, the mac and cheese was pretty damn good. Story 10. The best man fired for cake. This wedding's at a factory-turned-venue, all industrial chic and craft beer, where guests are vibing to lo-fi beats. The best man's stirring trouble, though. He's claiming he was fired from the wedding party for his race, but the real reason's messier. He was eating the cake on his lunch break. He's ranting to guests, saying the couple kicked him out for being black. The planner digs in and finds out he and some white groomsmen were caught sneaking cake slices pre-ceremony. Only he got the boot, though, because he bragged about it. The couple offers to re-invite him with an apology and a neutral reference for future weddings, settling the drama. Guests are whispering, is this about race or frosting? The first shift comes when he admits he was just mad about being singled out, not a racial conspiracy. The crowd's relieved. The second shift hits when he rejoins the party, leading a toast that wins everyone over. The night ends with dancing and beer, nobody mentioning the cake caper. You leave thinking, that was messy, the drama was sticky, and yeah, the beer was pretty damn good. Story 11. The Guest Who Sued the DJ. The venue's a swanky hotel, all velvet and chandeliers, where guests are sipping martinis and expecting glamour. But one guest, a law student with a grudge, is ready to sue the DJ for playing a bad song that ruined the vibe. This isn't a dance floor, it's a legal showdown. He's self-representing, cornering the DJ mid-set, ranting about emotional distress from a subpar EDM track. He's throwing legal jargon like it's confetti, demanding a refund for his plane ticket to the wedding. Guests are giggling, and the planner's trying to shut it down. The couple, fed up, offers to settle by refunding his $60 cover charge right at the head table. The officiant, acting as judge, calls it fair and threatens a fine if he keeps going. He's fuming, having spent thousands on a petty fight. The first shift comes when he admits he's just stressed from law school, making his tantrum more pathetic than malicious. The crowd's amused. The second shift hits when he joins the dance floor, grooving to the DJ's next set, proving he's not that mad. The night ends with martinis and laughs, nobody mentioning the lawsuit. You leave thinking, that was foolish, the drama was petty, and yeah, the martinis were pretty damn good. Story 12. The Couple with Cat Custody. This wedding's at a cozy inn, all fireplaces and plaid, where guests are sipping mulled wine and feeling the warmth. The couple's just divorced. Yep, they're remarrying each other. And the weirdest part? They've got a legal cat custody clause in their vows. This isn't a love story, it's a feline legal drama. Their vows include a detailed plan. The cats live with the groom, but the bride gets visitation rights to ensure no future partner blocks her access. Guests are whispering, is this a wedding or a pet divorce? The officiant's trying to keep a straight face as they read the clause like it's a prenup. The cats, lounging in a flower-adorned carrier, are the real stars. The first shift comes when the bride reveals the clause was her idea to protect her bond with the cats, not a fight. The crowd's charmed. The second shift hits when the groom's new girlfriend, yup, he's got one, toasts the cats, proving she's cool with it. The night ends with dancing and wine, nobody mentioning the custody clause. You leave thinking, that was quirky, the drama was furry, and yeah, the mulled wine was pretty damn good. Story 13. The Bride Who Wanted Strawberries. Picture a sunny vineyard wedding, all rolling hills and rosé, where guests are toasting the couple and vibing. But the bride's got a complaint. She's ready to sue the caterer because her fruit salad had no strawberries. This isn't a feast, it's a fruit-based vendetta. She's ranting to the planner, claiming the lack of strawberries ruined her day. The planner checks the menu. No strawberries listed, just assorted fruit. The bride's undeterred, insisting she assumed they'd be there. Guests are overhearing, chuckling as she demands a refund for the entire catering bill. The planner shuts it down, politely telling her to enjoy the cake instead. The first shift comes when her maid of honor reveals she's just stressed from planning, making her outburst more human. The crowd's sympathetic. The second shift hits when the caterer sneaks her a strawberry dessert, winning her over. The night ends with toasts and rosé, nobody mentioning the fruit fight. You leave thinking, that was silly, the drama was juicy, and yeah, the rosé was pretty damn good. Story 14. The Groom with Crooked Underwear. This wedding's at a downtown loft, all hipster vibes and craft beer, where guests are vibing to indie tunes. But the groom's got a wild idea. He wants to sue his underwear brand for causing his, crooked anatomy, and he's ready to show the evidence. This isn't a ceremony, it's a wardrobe malfunction lawsuit. He's whispering to the planner, claiming his boxers ruined his confidence, and demanding a class action suit.
"The guests will agree once they see it," he insists, gesturing south. The planner's horrified, shutting him down before he unzips. Guests are oblivious, but the best man's cracking up, knowing it's a joke gone too far. The first shift comes when he admits he's just nervous about the wedding, making his rant a cover for jitters. The crowd's amused when he laughs it off. The second shift hits when he rocks the dance floor, proving he's got confidence without a lawsuit. The night ends with beer and cheers, nobody mentioning the underwear. You leave thinking, that was bizarre, the drama was cheeky, and yeah, the beer was pretty damn good.
Story 15. The Bride Who Blamed the Cat. The venue's a quaint chapel, all stained glass and hymns, where guests are sipping tea and expecting serenity. But the bride's got a bone to pick. She's ready to sue the pet sitter for her cat scratching her, which she claims caused her liver failure. This isn't a wedding, it's a veterinary vendetta. She's ranting to the planner, claiming the cat scratch triggered a cascade of health woes, and the sitter should have caught some obscure disease. The planner, barely keeping it together, checks the facts. No disease, just a scratch. Guests are whispering, "Is she okay?" as she demands a malpractice suit. The planner politely declines, citing no expertise in cat law. The first shift comes when her sister reveals she's been stressed and Googling symptoms, making her claim more desperate than devious. The crowd's sympathetic. The second shift hits when the cat, the ring bearer, steals the show, proving it's just a fluffy menace. The night ends with tea and hymns, nobody mentioning the scratch saga. You leave thinking, that was unhinged, the drama was clawful, and yeah, the tea was pretty damn good. Story 16. The Guest Who Tripped Over Her Cat. This wedding's at a council-owned community hall, all linoleum and budget decor, where guests are sipping punch and keeping it low-key. But one guest, a tenant in a council flat, is ready to sue the venue because she tripped over her cat at home and blames the wedding invite. This isn't a party, it's a liability claim. She's hobbling around, telling everyone she fell down her stairs because the council didn't ban her cat, despite her lease's no pet rule. "They invited me here, so it's their fault," she insists, demanding the planner file a suit. Guests are baffled, and the planner's trying not to laugh. She tripped at home, not here. The claim shut down faster than the open bar. The first shift comes when she admits she loves her cat too much to give it up, making her rant more endearing than absurd. The crowd's charmed. The second shift hits when she dances with the groom, proving her injury isn't that bad. The night ends with punch and laughs, nobody mentioning the cat trip. You leave thinking, that was ridiculous, the drama was meow-worthy, and yeah, the punch was pretty damn good. Story 17. The Guest Who Owned a Volcano. Picture a city rooftop wedding, all neon lights and cocktails, where guests are vibing to hip-hop and soaking in the skyline. But one guest, a wild-eyed dreamer, is convinced he discovered an underground volcano under the venue and wants to own the wedding's land. This isn't a toast, it's a geological claim. He's ranting to the planner, claiming a rock he found outside proves there's a volcano below, and the city owes him rent for hosting the wedding. He's waving the rock like it's a deed, demanding a lawsuit against the venue. Guests are giggling, and the planner's dodging his conspiracy like it's a bad dance move. The first shift comes when his friend reveals he's been obsessed with rocks since losing his job, making it more sad than silly. The crowd's sympathetic. The second shift hits when he gifts the couple the rock as a lucky charm, turning his delusion into a quirky moment. The night ends with dancing and neon, nobody mentioning the volcano. You leave thinking, that was wild, the drama was molten, and yeah, the cocktails were pretty damn good. Story 18. The Bride with a Fake Backstory. This wedding's at a historic mansion, all chandeliers and old-world charm, where guests are sipping champagne and expecting elegance. But the bride's hiding a secret. She's claiming asylum from persecution, but her story's straight from an internet scam. This isn't a marriage, it's an immigration con. She's telling guests she fled China for her Christian faith, spinning tales of police harassment. The planner, who handles pro bono cases, smells a rat. Her story matches a bought asylum package, down to the typos calling her he. Guests are moved by her bravery, but the planner's not buying it, declining to help her prove her case for the wedding's guest list. The first shift comes when her cousin admits she's desperate to stay in the country, making her lie more human than malicious. The crowd's conflicted. The second shift hits when she delivers heartfelt vows, showing real love despite the scam. The night ends with champagne and whispers, nobody mentioning the asylum. You leave thinking, that was shady, the drama was global, and yeah, the champagne was pretty damn good. Story 19. The groom who denied the DUI. The venue's a rustic barn, all fairy lights and hay bales where guests are sipping cider and feeling the love. But the groom's got a problem. He's accused of crashing his car into the venue's mailbox en route, drunk as a skunk, and he's denying it all. This isn't a ceremony, it's a DUI defense. He swears he's sober, wasn't driving, and his license is valid, despite blowing up .22 BAC and having an expired license. The planner, stuck playing lawyer, finds dashcam footage of him swerving, solo, seatbelt on. He claims his son spiked his tea with whiskey, blaming cinnamon candies for masking the taste. Guests are whispering, "Is he serious?" as he demands a trial at the altar. The first shift comes when he admits he's scared of losing the bride, making his denial more desperate than dumb. The crowd's torn. The second shift hits when he takes a plea, sober transport home, and still nails his vows. The night ends with cider and chaos, nobody mentioning the crash. You leave thinking, that was reckless, the drama was boozy, and yeah, the cider was pretty damn good. Story 20. The guest who lost his fingers. This wedding's at a butcher shop turned venue, all meat hooks and hipster vibes, where guests are sipping craft beer and digging into charcuterie. But one guest, a guy with no fingers, has a wild story. He wants to sue the venue for his injury, even though he did it himself. This isn't a toast, it's a gruesome claim. He's telling everyone he cut off his fingers with a meat saw to cash in on a lawsuit, assuming injuries equal payouts. He's even asking the planner if he'd get more by cutting off his feet. Guests are horrified, and the planner's trying not to gag, shutting down his case faster than the bar runs dry. The first shift comes when his sister reveals he's got severe mental health issues, making his plan tragic, not greedy. The crowd's sympathetic. The second shift hits when he gifts the couple a hand-carved, by someone else, cutting board, showing heart despite his chaos. The night ends with beer and boards, nobody mentioning the fingers. You leave thinking, that was grim, the drama was raw, and yeah, the charcuterie was pretty damn good. Story 21. The guest sued by everyone. Picture a company picnic-style wedding, all vans and potluck vibes, where guests are sipping lemonade and playing lawn games. But one guest, a van driver for the couple's company, is caught in a lawsuit frenzy after a minor fender bender en route to the venue. This isn't a party, it's a legal pile-on. She's shaken, telling the planner a guy bumped her van, no damage, but a passenger's now suing her, the company, and every guest in the van for injuries. The passenger's lawyer even sues her sister's leased car insurer, dragging the couple's car dealer into it. Guests are whispering, who sues a carpool, as the planner tries to keep the vibe light. The first shift comes when the driver admits she's scared of losing her job, making her a victim, not a villain. The crowd's supportive.
The second shift hits when the couple toasts her for getting them there safely, turning her into a hero. The night ends with lemonade and games, nobody mentioning the lawsuit. You leave thinking, that was absurd. The drama was vehicular, and yeah, the lemonade was pretty damn good. Story 22. The Painter Who Fell for a Cat. This wedding's at a cozy farmhouse, all plaid and apple pie, where guests are sipping cider and soaking in the charm. But the groom's dad, an insurance lawyer, is obsessed with a case involving a painter who fell off a ladder onto a cat at the venue, claiming paralysis. This isn't a toast, it's an occupational hazard debate. He's ranting during the toasts, saying the venue's cat is a known hazard, and the painter was negligent for not checking for felines. Guests are giggling, thinking it's a joke, but he's serious, arguing the venue shouldn't pay out. The planner's trying to redirect, but he's stuck on cat liability. The first shift comes when he admits the painter's his cousin, making his obsession personal. The crowd's amused. The second shift hits when the venue's cat curls up in his lap, proving it's harmless. The night ends with cider and laughs, nobody mentioning the cat fall. You leave thinking, that was bizarre. The drama was furry, and yeah, the pie was pretty damn good. Story 23. The Bride with 5 Divorces. The venue's a small town hall, all streamers and potluck vibes, where guests are digging into casseroles and toasting love. But the bride's got a secret. She's marrying and divorcing the same guy for the 5th time. And this time she's claiming abuse to spice up the drama. This isn't a wedding, it's a serial divorce saga. She's telling the planner she wants a divorce clause in the vows because he beat her, but the planner smells a rat. She's throwing napkins and yelling like she's the aggressor. Guests are whispering, "Again?" when they learn it's round 5. The groom's lawyer reveals she's the abusive one, using threats to control him. The first shift comes when the groom admits he keeps remarrying her out of guilt for their kids, making it tragic. The crowd's torn. The second shift hits when the kids lead the first dance, showing they're stronger than the drama. The night ends with casseroles and chaos, nobody mentioning the divorce count. You leave thinking, that was toxic. The drama was cyclical, and yeah, the food was pretty damn good.
Story 24. The Groom with a Burrito Bust. Picture a laid-back park wedding, all picnic blankets and tacos, where guests are sipping margaritas and vibing. But the groom's in hot water. He's accused of smuggling marijuana into the venue, but it's just a tinfoil burrito. This isn't a ceremony, it's a culinary mix-up. Security catches him with a foil bundle, assuming it's weed, and the planner's stuck playing cop. The groom's laughing, saying it's his lunch, but they're ready to call the real police. The planner opens it. Yup, just beans and rice. The case is tossed faster than the bouquet, and everyone's back to tacos. The first shift comes when he admits he brought the burrito because he's broke and couldn't afford the catering. The crowd's sympathetic. The second shift hits when he shares his burrito with the security guard, turning it into a bonding moment. The night ends with margaritas and laughs, nobody mentioning the bust. You leave thinking, that was silly, the drama was spicy, and yeah, the tacos were pretty damn good. The Story 25. The Guest with a Brain Implant. This wedding's at a modern art gallery, all neon sculptures and wine, where guests are sipping Pinot and soaking in the vibe. But one guest, a guy in his 60s, is convinced Baskin-Robbins and a former mayor implanted a chip in his brain to ruin the wedding. This isn't a toast, it's a sci-fi conspiracy. He's causing a scene, telling the planner that Chip's making him request bad songs and spill drinks. He's waving a napkin diagram of the implant, demanding a lawsuit. Guests are whispering, "Is he okay?" as the planner tries to calm him, suggesting he see a specialist lawyer.
The first shift comes when his daughter reveals he's been struggling with mental health, making his rant more heartbreaking than absurd. The crowd's gentle. The second shift hits when he joins the dance floor, smiling like he's free from the chip, winning hearts. The night ends with wine and art, nobody mentioning the implant. You leave thinking, that was eerie, the drama was surreal, and yeah, the Pinot was pretty damn good. The story 26. The groom who threw a computer. The venue's a tech startup office, all ping-pong tables and craft beer, where guests are vibing to lo-fi beats and sipping IPAs. The groom's got a gripe. He's ready to sue the laptop brand that failed his wedding slideshow, which he broke by yeeting it out a window. This isn't a ceremony, it's a warranty war. He's ranting to the planner, claiming the laptop's 1990s tech died mid-slideshow, so he tossed it from the second floor. He's demanding a payout for breach of warranty, ignoring that he destroyed it. Guests are laughing, and the planner shutting it down, citing user error. The first shift comes when he admits he's stressed about his startup failing, making his tantrum a cry for help. The crowd's sympathetic. The second shift hits when he pulls off an impromptu slideshow on his phone, saving the vibe. The night ends with beer and beats, nobody mentioning the laptop. You leave thinking, that was dumb, the drama was tacky, and yeah, the IPAs were pretty damn good. The story 27. The guest bitten by a dog. Picture a rural farm wedding, all barns and bonfires, where guests are sipping moonshine and dancing under stars. But one guest, a drunk wanderer, gets bitten by the venue's dog after ignoring beware signs, and he's ready to sue for trauma. This isn't a hoedown, it's a canine claim. He's ranting to the planner, claiming the dog took his finger, it's just a scratch, and demanding a payout. The farmer warned him, but he insisted he's good with dogs. Guests are whispering, why'd he pet it, as he waves his bandaged hand. The planner denies his claim, citing the signs. The first shift comes when his friend admits he's broke and looking for a quick buck, making it more desperate than devious. The second shift hits when he bonds with the dog during the reception, proving it's not vicious. The night ends with moonshine and stars, nobody mentioning the bite. You leave thinking, that was foolish, the drama was barking, and yeah, the moonshine was pretty damn good.
Story 28. The guest with pool pics. This wedding's at a resort poolside, all bikinis and piña coladas, where guests are lounging and vibing to reggae. But one guest, a creepy shutterbug, is accused of snapping photos of women at the pool, and he's claiming it's his First Amendment right. This isn't a party, it's a privacy scandal. He's arguing with the planner, insisting his photos are art, and he's suing the venue for stopping him. Guests are creeped out, and the planner's ready to boot him. The case never files, but the tension's thick as he skulks around with his camera. The first shift comes when his cousin admits he's lonely and misread the vibe, making him more pathetic than predatory. The crowd's uneasy. The second shift hits when he deletes the photos publicly, earning a grudging nod. The night ends with piña coladas and reggae, nobody mentioning the pics. You leave thinking, that was gross, the drama was shady, and yeah, the drinks were pretty damn good. Story 29. The ex who wanted a divorce. The venue's a cozy cafe, all fairy lights and espresso, where guests are sipping lattes and toasting love. But the groom's ex-girlfriend crashes with a bombshell. She's filing for divorce, despite never being married. This isn't a wedding, it's a legal delusion. She's demanding he leave his house and pay her $2,800 monthly, claiming 5 years together entitles her. Guests are stunned, and the planner's checking her ID like it's a court summons. There's no common law marriage, no kids, nothing, just her ego. The planner shuts it down, and the groom's lawyer's already on speed dial. The first shift comes when her friend reveals she's spiraling after the breakup, making her claim more sad than spiteful. The crowd's conflicted. The second shift hits when the bride invites her to stay for cake, diffusing the drama with kindness. The night ends with lattes and love, nobody mentioning the divorce. You leave thinking, that was nuts, the drama was unhinged, and yeah, the espresso was pretty damn good. Story 30. The Groom with a Yoruba Poem. Picture a cultural center wedding, all vibrant fabrics and global beats, where guests are sipping hibiscus tea and vibing to Afrobeat. The groom's got a unique vow, a 20-minute poem in Yoruba, which nobody, including the planner, understands. This isn't a ceremony, it's a linguistic labyrinth. He insists on reading the poem before saying "I do," refusing to explain his vows until it's done. The planner, who's never heard of Yoruba, is baffled, nodding along as he recites for what feels like eternity. Guests are smiling politely, but the bride's looking like she signed up for a poetry slam, not a wedding. He finishes, beaming, saying the poem is the case for our love. The first shift comes when his brother reveals the poem's a family tradition, making it less weird, more meaningful. The crowd's warmed. The second shift hits when he translates a line during the toasts, proving it's heartfelt. The night ends with tea and Afrobeat, nobody mentioning the poem. You leave thinking, that was bizarre, the drama was poetic, and yeah, the hibiscus tea was pretty damn good.